Clauses 8, 9, and 10 are related to the site agent, access to the works, and site staff. The relevant information can be acquired from the PAN contract 2018. These full statements are given here. There are 3 sub-clauses under Clause 8, 1 under Clause 9, and 2 under Clause 10. The sentences are complex and lengthy. Therefore, we simplify the information into one slide. In fact, we have discussed about this site staff and site agent in our previous videos regarding the terminologies. We know that the site staff is appointed by the employer, representing on his behalf, with limited jurisdictions and power. And we also know that the site agent is representing on behalf of the contractor. He should be full-time on site to receive the instructions from the architect on behalf of the contractor. Let us look into details of these personnel. First, we talk about the site agent. It is appointed by the contractor as his authorized site representatives. He is to assist and supervise the executions of the work on behalf of the contractor, and he shall be on site full-time. Otherwise, there must be a deputy in his place to be stationed on site full-time. There is a requirement for this site staff to be well-versed in English and Bahasa Malaysia in order to receive directions by the site staff or the instructions by the architect. In the case that the site agent is not performing well, the architect may instruct to remove this site agent. This is, of course, with good justifications. What you see here, the functions of this site agent is to ensure the work is executed accordingly, especially when the contractor is not full-time on site. There must be an authorized representative from the contractor site to receive the instructions and to ensure the works are running smoothly. This will require the supervisory skills as well as the communication skills of this site agent. And this site agent will have to work closely with the architect and also the site staff. In the case that the performance of this site agent is not satisfying, the architect may reasonably instruct to remove this site agent to have somebody in his positions to ensure the work is running smoothly. Next, let us discuss about this site staff. He is basically appointed by the employer depending on the needs. Some employer may choose not to have the site staff. Some may feel they need a site staff. This site staff have limited power, although he is representing the employer side, but he is not the employer himself. This is an additional personnel appointed by the employer to smoothen the work and to assist the architect in carrying out the project. Therefore, this site staff is placed under the directions of the architect. As his functions is assisting the architect, whichever directions or instructions given by this site staff should have no effect. It is unless authorized in writing by the architect. That means the powers needs to be delegated by the architect on certain specific matters, or the direction should fully given by the architect. He should not overpower the architect. Also, all the directions related to the variations given by the site staff should have no effect unless it is confirmed by the architect instructions. This is very important as the variations links to the financial implications to the project. It is only with the consent of the employer as confirmed by the architect, and then with the architect instructions, the works related to the variations is valid, and for the respective work being done by the contractor is entitled to claim for the cost. Next, we talk about the access to the work. The statement says the architect, consultant, and their authorized representative should at all times have reasonable access to the work and to the factories, workshop, or other places where any construction plants, materials, goods, works are fabricated, prepared, or stored for the contract. This is a long statement. Let me simplify those. The architect, consultant, and their authorized representative, their functions is to monitor and to supervise the work. The contractor is to carry out the work. This also involves the quality control of the work by these peoples. Therefore, the contractor will have to allow the access of these peoples at any time for them to carry out the supervision job. This is particularly for whichever things related to the work as per stated in the contract. It is not only to the construction site where the contractors is working with the project. These peoples will need to be able to access the factories, workshop, and other places when the relevant works or the materials are fabricated, prepared, or stored elsewhere. That means whichever things that related to the work, the architect, consultants, and their authorized representative should have the access. This should allow them to check the qualities of the work, for them to carry out the supervision job as well as the monitoring jobs.